Hello, hello everyone. It's Adrian, and you're welcome or welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Oh man, something that I grew up hearing a lot is, do you think you're all that? You really think you're all that? Do you think you're better than everyone? And first thing first, I always used to be like, no, I don't think that I'm better than everyone because I don't even compare myself to other people to begin with. I am who I am. Everybody else is whoever they are, and I'm living my life. They're living their life. I don't really compare myself to other people. And do I think that I'm better than everyone? No. But do I think I'm all that? Yeah, kind of, yes. I kind of do think that I'm all that because I'm not even saying this. This is not coming from a place of having a big ego or again thinking that I'm better than anyone really. No, I think when you've been through certain things in life and difficult situations that you never thought that you'd ever be in, or if you were to be in, you never thought that you would even be able to come out of. I think it gives you a different kind or a different kind of confidence and self-esteem. And yeah, I've always been confident and I've always had high self-esteem, but again, when you're young, you're naive, you haven't really been through anything, you always like your a lot of your confidence or self-esteem always comes from this, I don't know, this place of ego. But I think as you get older and you actually get to go through some things, some really hard things, it gets to the point where your self-esteem and self-confidence just like skyrockets, and you're just like, you know what, yes, I do think that I'm all that. I really do. And me thinking that I'm all that doesn't have to take away from your own confidence and your own self esteem. And I really just think that when you've really just been through some things, again, those things that you always used to think that, oh God, if I were to be in this situation, I would die. I don't know how I would come out of this. I don't know how I would recover. When you get to that point and you just get, life just holds you like life just grabs you by your neck and throws you to and just like tosses you to the side, and hits you against the wall to the point where you're just so weak and kind of like loses your spark, and you've just really, really been beat up by life itself. And no, I'm not talking about other people like doing anything to you. No, I'm just talking about life itself, holding you by your neck and just being like, yeah, today you're gonna get it. You really gonna get it. And you get put in situations that you think that you're never gonna really have the courage or the power to get out of. But then somehow, one way or another, you get out of those situations. Your confidence and the way that you think about yourself, the way that you look at yourself changes it, and the way that your brain basically relates to you totally changes. It totally changes. It's like a whole 180 degrees kind of change. The way that you think about yourself and look at yourself just becomes, again, totally different. Going back to that same thing, you think, yeah, do I think that I'm all that? I do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this to imply that I'm perfect and I know every single thing. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not the most powerful person in the world. No, I haven't been through every single thing, and I'm still really young. I haven't gone through all the things, all the hard things that I can possibly go through. But I think with what I have been through so far, it's more than enough. It's more than enough for me to feel self assured in myself and just trust myself that it does not matter what situation that I get thrown into, I'll get out of it in one way or another. I'll get out of it, and it does not matter how hard life hits you. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes, as you get older, sometimes life really just does the most. And I know for a lot of people, a lot of people always have this thing where they're like, oh God, I really am strong and I have really tough skin and I'm resilient. I don't think you can just wake up one day and just decide and choose to be resilient. I don't think you go to bed and you wake up the next morning and you're like, you know what, I am the most resilient person out there. I have tough skin. I don't think you can get to decide whether you have tough skin or not if you haven't been through situations that test your own mental and emotional maturity and toughness, and then be able to overcome it. Then you can be able to wake up and be like, you know what, yes, I have thick skin, I'm resilient. If you haven't been through situations that have had to like test you, test your emotional and mental strength, I don't think you can get up and be like, well, I'm the strongest person out there. Even then, even after it happens, you still won't be the strongest person out there. Like, yeah, you'll be mentally and emotionally resilient and strong. But again, like myself, I'm still young. There is still more tests out there and still more to experience. And I guess this is for the people that are currently in the mix of it. They're just in that funky place. They're in that funk where every single thing is just somehow going through again. Every single thing is just like somehow going against them. Why? I don't know. Maybe you're one of those people that asked to be stronger and to have tough skin or to get a different kind of lifestyle. But something that you need to understand is that you cannot ask for something but then be afraid of change. You cannot ask to have X, Y, and Z and for you to be better, to be good, to be great even. But then when life sends you those tests that test your limits and your toughness, and then you're like, okay, I'm out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I know I asked for this, but this test that you're throwing at me, I don't want to do them anymore. I don't want to do this. This is not what I asked for. If you ask for one thing, life will send you situations where this life that you have, this life that you currently have right now, will literally have to crumble one by one. I'm talking about life tasting your relationships, friendships, your school or work life, family life, your friends, your romantic relationships, your mental health, your physical health. Every single thing that you hold dearly to your life right now, every single thing that you've built up to this point will be tested, and it will all have to be destroyed, and it will all have to crumble down in order for you to get the life that you've always wanted to have, or be the person that you want to be. It's not all just gonna be given to you on a silver platter. Maybe there are people that happens to them and they're just lucky in that way, but for most of us, that's not gonna be the case. And then there's some of us whom we really did not ask for anything or to be anyone, and somehow life is like, you know what? I guess you don't have a choice. I guess you don't have a choice. I guess you were born to do this, to be this person, whether you want it or you don't want it, or whether you're ready or you're not ready. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Life will have to test you over and over and over again in order for you to be this person. And that can be really tough. That can be challenging because you're like, dude, I did not even ask for this thing. I did not ask for this. Well, and life will always be like, well, I guess you don't have a choice. I know you didn't ask for this, but you don't have a choice. You have to become this person. You don't have a choice. You have to. So if you're someone who's in that tower moment where everything is just messy, everything is crumbling down, everything is falling apart, I'm just here to remind you that that's necessary. That process is necessary. That part, there is no skipping it. You don't just get to skip it and then go and live the good life or be the person that you've always wanted to be that without having to go through that messy process where every single thing that you've built throughout the years is just like getting ripped apart and it's all falling down. It's all falling down. Everything is crumbling down. Every single thing that you've worked so hard for. But I'm telling you right now, that's necessary. You don't get to ask for this or want this, but also want to keep this. No. In order for you to get what you want or be the person that you want to be, this current version of you needs to die. They need to go. And that life that you have, it also needs to go to make space for this new life that you want. And I know when you're in that space that's just messy and you're in that funk, it can just be really discouraging, dude. It can be so discouraging because it's like, dude, I kind of don't want to do it anymore. You really get into that mental space where you're like, I kind of don't want to do it anymore. I really don't want to do it anymore. And I think that's when most people just like let go and loosen up and just like give up. And you're not one of those people, are you? I'm sure you're not. Because there's a reason to why you clicked on this video. And I'm not the kind of person who just like believes in coincidences. I believe that you clicked on this for a reason. And no, you're not one of those people. No, you're not. This process what you're going through right now is necessary. It's necessary. It's a need. You need to go through this in order for you to be the person that you want to be. This version of you needs to go. It needs to die. The old life also needs to go. And I know it can be so tough. And I know right now you're sitting there and you're like, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. If someone were to come out and like tell me this, exactly what I'm telling you right now, when I was going through the most, when I was going through that tower moment, when everything was falling apart and were to tell me you need to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you need to have more hope, I would have literally smacked them in the face. I would have told them to shut the hell up, and they do not know what they're talking about. They don't know what I'm feeling. They don't know what I'm going through. They need to shut up. And I get it. I get it. If you're in that space where you currently feel like that, and you're like, Adrian, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. I've been there. I know. I really do. I know. I've been there, and it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel anger. It's okay to feel angry, because it's never really a fun process to have to go through. It's never fun, but again, you need to understand that process is really necessary. And all you need to do right now, and I'm not asking you to do some like crazy thing, all you need to do right now is to hold onto that little glimpse of hope that you have. That little hope that you have, that's all you need to do right now. I'm not telling you to go out there and do backflips or do 20 push-ups or do X, Y, and Z, all these physical things in your life in order to change your life. Sometimes all you need to do is to just hold onto that little glimpse of hope that you may have. That rope of hope that you have, you need to hold tight onto it. You need to hold really, really tight onto it, because sometimes that's all you have. Sometimes that's all you have, because you've been going out there trying to make things happen, and kind of like life is just hitting you with all these ways, hitting you and throwing you back to the shore, and you're like, what is going on? Like every single thing that I'm doing is all going against me. It's all leading me back. It's all bringing me back to zero, and I don't know what's going on. And I think that's happening because you're trying to escape and skip this part, and you can't do that. Oh no, you can't. Oh, but it hurts. But it really hurts, and I'm tired, and I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, I know it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. And what you need to do right now is feel that. There's no running away from it. There's no, oh, but it hurts. But my body hurts. But my mind hurts. My emotions are hurt right now. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, it's going to hurt. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. It's going to hurt a lot. And for a really long time. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to happen for months, even years. And I'm not saying this to discourage you, but I'm telling you this so that you can keep holding onto that little glimpse of hope, because sometimes that's all you have. Sometimes that's all you have to be doing. Sometimes the most important thing you need to be doing is not going out there and trying to make life happen or trying to fix things. That life that's crumbling, let it crumble. Let it crumble. Don't keep going back and trying to fix it. No, let it crumble. Those relationships that are crumbling and falling apart, let them crumble. Let them go. you know let life do its thing. Let it crumble, let it go. And all you need to do right now is just hold onto that hope. Right now there are people that are really sick. They're at the hospital, they're going through the most, they're in so much physical and mental pain. They want to give up, they don't want to do it anymore, and the doctors have probably told them, oh well, we don't have a cure for this and that, and you don't have much time left. But somehow they're still alive to this day. Why? Not because they're so strong, no, because they're holding onto that hope that they have within them. That little bit, that little glimpse of hope that they have within them, that's the thing that's keeping them alive right now. That mindset and that belief that they have in their mind, that they're like, there is no way this is it, there is no way this is it for me, and this is going to be the end of my story, and I was born and had to go through all of that stuff that I had to go through in order for me to get to this point and give up. Absolutely not. There is no way that's it. There is no way that's my story. There's no way I had to go through all of those things that I had to go through in order for me to get to this point and just give up. There has to be something out there for me. There has to be something out there for me. Do I know for sure? I don't know. But there is no way all of that I had to go through, I had to go through them for nothing. There has to be something out there for me, and there has to be more for my story. That's what's keeping them alive. That's what's giving them that little bit of energy to keep fighting and to keep going. That little hope. Because sometimes, man, you just get crushed so hard and you get hit by situation after situation, problem after problem, trauma after problem, that you're like, what in the world is going on? Like, what did I even do to deserve this? Like, no, seriously, what did I do? Like, this is going, and I'm not talking about one little thing happens and then months or years go by. No, I'm talking about getting hit by life situation after life situation, problem after problem, trauma after problem, that you're like, man, what in the world is going on? What did I do? What did I do? And those are the times that you need to hold tight. Those are the times that you need to hold tight onto that rope. And the people who have made it, the people who have made through this storm, they didn't make it because they were going out there trying to fix anything. No, they made it because they were able to just be patient. They were able to be patient and graceful with themselves and hold onto that rope of hope and be like, yeah, I know things are tough right now, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. Things are not good. Being able to like imagine that life at the end of the tunnel, that life past what you're going through right now. Again, I know if you were to tell me back then when I was going through it, I would have told you to shut the hell up. Sorry. I would have told you to shut the hell up, and I would have probably punched you in the face. Seriously. I'm not even kidding. I would have told you to like get out of my face. You don't even know what I'm going through right now. You don't know. But I do know. I do know though. I do know. And what you need to do right now, again, I'm not telling you to go out there and do the most, just hold tight. That hope that you have, hold on to that. You're going to be able to get ahead of your journey in the future and be able to look back and be like, I'm so glad I held on to that. I'm so glad I held on to that. And that's what I want you to do. I don't want you to do something crazy. No, I just want you to hang in there. Hang tight. Hang in there. Be graceful with yourself. Be patient with yourself. And just let whatever's going on, let it happen. Don't try to fix anything yet. This is not the time. Let it happen. And I know when you're in that funk, you're like, oh God, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to do this anymore. And things start to get like really dark. That is when you even hold on to yourself and your life tighter. I know you're tired right now. I know you don't want to do it anymore. And that's okay. It's okay for you to feel tired. It's okay for you to feel like you don't want to do it anymore, because man, sometimes things just get really tough. They get so tough that you're like, I really cannot imagine a light at the end of the tunnel. I cannot see it right now. This is not the time. I cannot see it. I cannot see it. Like, I can try to lie to myself. If all you need to do is just, I guess, lie to yourself, then do it. Because it's always there. It's always there. I'm telling you right now, you just have to hold tight. And this is the time that you really just need to be graceful with yourself. This is not the time to start beating yourself up and telling yourself, oh, you're so weak, you're so dumb. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if you were, you wouldn't have made it this far. And I think there is a reason. There is a reason to why you're watching this. And I'm not even trying to play therapist here or motivational speaker, but I can only speak from my own personal experience. And I know it can get so hard. I know it can get so tough to the point where you're like, no, man, I can't do it anymore. I cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can't. I've been going through this thing for years now, and nothing is changing, and I'm just tired. I'm physically and mentally exhausted. I don't want to do it anymore. But I'm telling you right now, hold on to that little bit of hope. You can't let go of that. No, you cannot. The moment you let go of that, that's when everything just ends. That's when everything just goes black. Do not hold on to that. Again, I'm not telling you to go out there and do something crazy. Just hold on to that little bit of hope that you have right now. Hold on to that for as long as you can. For as long as you can. Hold on to that. Because that's what a lot of people lack when they're going through that. It's just that resilience to just still go through it, but also still be able to tell themselves that it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get there. We're almost there. We're almost there. And I know when you've been through it for a really long time, it's like, no, there's no way out. There's no way out. But I'm telling you right now, you have to hold on tight. That little bit of hope, that's all you have right now. That's all you have right now. And I know you can do it. Again, I'm not trying to play therapist here. I know you can do it. I know for a fact you can do it. That's why you're watching this right now. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you because only I can understand what you've been through. Because I've been there. I've been there, I have. And hold tight. You can do it. Yes, you can. Even if you think that you can, I'm telling you right now, go look at yourself in the mirror right now and tell to your reflection, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it over and over again. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And it's okay to be in that funk. It's okay to feel weak sometimes because you're human. You're not a robot. You can't be going through the most and then be like, oh, I'm going to go out there and do 5 push-ups and wake up at 5 a.m. every day and I'm going to be able to do it. No, you can try to do that, but you can only do it for so long to the point where you just like your body and your mind cannot do it anymore. And you're like, I can't. I really can't. But what you can do right now is just hold on to that little bit of hope that you have left. I know you can. I know you can do it. There's a reason to why you're watching this right now. And I know you can do it. You have to go and repeat to yourself, I can do it. I can. And you can and you will. And you will. There is always life at the end of the tunnel. Every single time. But you just have to be patient. You just have to be graceful with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself and just hold on to that little bit of hope. Then later on, you will have that mental toughness to be able to get up and actually do the actions that are necessary in order for you to get better and change the entire trajectory of your life. But for now, that is not the time. For now, you just have to hold on to that little bit of hope. And it's okay. Whatever you're feeling right now, it's fine. Your feelings are valid. They're valid. It's okay to be mad and angry and sad. I don't know. Whatever you're feeling right now, it's okay. It's okay to feel that. I'm telling you right now, it's fine. If you're like in bed all the time and you can't get up, it's fine. It's fine. Don't be mad at yourself. No, it's okay. Don't be mad at yourself. That's necessary. You need that. You need that. That's your body's way of like communicating to you and being like, we're tired. And that's okay. It's okay to take some rest. But you have to know that after you've done that, you have to get up again and push through. It's only not okay to stay there. I know you can do it, and you will. And you will. And you will. And you will. I'll be doing like monthly check-ins. This is something that I do. I've been doing for a long time now, where I kind of like just talk to my audience and I'm like, okay, are you holding yourself accountable? How are things going now? And I know you can do it. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. And you will. But for now, just hold on. Just hold on too tight onto that rope of hope. You know, that little glimpse of hope that you still have, that little spark. You need to hold on to that right now. And don't be hard on yourself. You know, don't judge yourself for that. You know, don't look at yourself and be like, oh, you're so dumb and weak, or you do just sit here and do nothing. No, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. That's necessary. That's necessary. You need that. Because sometimes your mind and body just gets tired from all of it. And that's fine. And that's okay. And it's okay to rest. You're going to need that energy for later. It's okay. And I love you. Take care of yourself. Go easy on yourself. Love yourself. And have more grace for yourself. You will get there. Do not judge yourself. Everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. I know it's not fine right now, but it will. It will. So hold on too tight. Hold tight. That's all I have to say for today's episode. You know, I love you. I love you so much. I love you and I love you and I love you. Just keep going. I love you again. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be checking in on you. I don't know if you're gonna leave a comment down below. I don't know. But I'm gonna be doing some other video in the future. So yeah. Again, I love you. Take care of yourself, and you can do this, and you will. And you will. Bye. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.